That's that old bull business model that you're gonna charge the fans for some bull fights and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over.
Getting all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money.
Like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's playing for the future.
Haney called out the boxing icon, claiming he's become fixated on flaunting wealth, while hinting that Mayweather's much-hyped $42 million investment may not be what it seems. According to Haney, it's all smoke and mirrors, suggesting Floyd may be hiding serious financial issues behind the constant talk of money. "You never talk about legacy, just dollars," Haney fired. The confrontation laid bare the growing rift between the two, with Haney accusing Mayweather of losing grip on reality and using luxury as a shield for deeper problems.
That's because you're right. You always talking about the money and shit. That's what I'm saying is you can't.
Bill, we not even on here talking about no money, Bill. Bill, we not even on here talking about no money. This ain't even about no money.
You brought the money up.
Bill Haney has raised serious questions about the internal financial structure of Mayweather Promotions. He cast doubt on the distribution of wealth within Floyd Mayweather's team, pointing out a disconnect between the brand's claimed success and the apparent financial struggles of key figures like Calvin Ford. "If the company's doing as well as they say," Haney remarked, "then why do some of the team members look like they're barely getting by?" Haney even revealed that he'd previously advised the team to ensure fair compensation across the board, warning that neglecting those behind the scenes could lead to deeper issues down the line.
You and Calvin, also his Tank's coach, is it?
Man, I told Coach.
For those that don't know, Coach Calvin is Tank's coach. So I'm just what he is.
And I said, listen, ain't no way your fighter gonna be checking the money that y'all talking about checking, and Calvin gonna be looking like that. I told Tank them to pay him. I told him to pay him because, or we need to go on coach's strike around this month because ain't no way Bill should be getting paid and Calvin shouldn't. And Calvin need to thank Bill for mentioning this.
So you saying Calvin ain't getting paid?
Yo, he said ain't no reason Calvin should be looking the way he looking if they making all this money.
Now that's the thing. They talk all that money talk. Can't be one looking good and the rest of the crew if you getting thoroughbred money. You know what I'm talking about?
Again.
Yeah.
Haney didn't stop there. He also took aim at Floyd Mayweather's post-retirement path, calling out the legend's shift from elite-level competition to exhibition bouts. According to Haney, the move seems less about love for the sport and more about chasing quick paychecks. He questioned whether Mayweather's recent decisions reflect a fading commitment to boxing's legacy, suggesting that the drive for financial gain may now outweigh his respect for the game itself. Tensions escalated further when, as Haney claims, Mayweather voiced frustration over not landing a deal as lucrative as the one Devin Haney secured. Mayweather allegedly vowed to block Devin from high-profile matchups, naming fighters like Rolando Raleigh Romero and Gervonta Davis as off-limits.
For some of y'all that ain't from the streets and don't understand like the politics of it, you know, that Bill Haney Floyd conversation was well overdue. They have been in the background, sneak dissing each other for a minute. You know, pretty much Floyd is upset that Dev didn't take the deal that he put on the table for him. And he say, okay, you don't want to mess with me, you don't want to take the deal, I'm going to make it tough for you. I'm going to go whisper and rain here. I'm going to make sure Rolly don't fight you. I'm going to make sure Tank don't fight you. You know what I'm saying? And Bill don't like that. Bill feel like it's some little backdoor stuff he been doing. And Bill didn't back down. It was kind of crazy how Bill went at Floyd. He said, I'm putting on, like, where your people from the streets that you put on? You know what I'm saying? Where your community at? Your real people. You know what I'm saying? So.
And he didn't hold back in his criticism, accusing Floyd Mayweather of evolving from a legendary fighter into Money Mayweather, a persona driven more by profit than passion. He argued that Mayweather's recent career choices prioritize massive payouts over meaningful matchups, ultimately shortchanging the fans who made him a star. Haney positioned himself as a fighter for the people, someone who values entertaining, high-stakes bouts over simply chasing the biggest check. Interview whispers within the boxing world suggest that Floyd Mayweather's headline-grabbing claims, like pocketing $100 million in a single night, might not be as solid as they seem. Insiders have begun to question the legitimacy of those numbers, hinting that the figures may be more about maintaining an image than reflecting financial reality. That Mayweather's larger-than-life earnings may be inflated for show, part of a carefully crafted persona rather than hard fact.
Bank doesn't want any of it. Why is that? I know you can't give
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful, like you're really trying to do this. Because every fighter that Devin gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at in the welfare line. You keep on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we done charge $57. Listen, we're going to give you the best fights, and we're going to get all the people in there, you know what I'm saying, because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old business model that you're going to charge the fans for some bull fights, and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25.
Floyd Mayweather is no stranger to flaunting his luxurious lifestyle, from designer fits to constant globetrotting in private jets. But critics argue that this level of extravagance, if not backed by steady and sustainable income, can become a financial burden rather than a flex. The concern? That the cost of maintaining such a high-rolling image could eventually catch up, creating instability behind the scenes, no matter how rich the persona appears on the surface.
Online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. Not even remotely close.
You think it's bull?
I know it is, because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life. I'm a promoter right now. He's probably made about $60 million before in one night, which is crazy numbers. Mike Tyson, to put in perspective, when he fought Michael Spinks, that was the biggest fight of all time. When that fight happened, one got $30 million and one got 29.
$250 million against Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. No fighter in history of the world. $250 million to go and box. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
I think Floyd's fighting because he needs the money?
Yeah.
Really? Why? You think he blew through all of his money?
Mayweather's emphasis on luxury and showmanship, while iconic, isn't without its risks. Experts warn that constant splurging on high-end possessions without a long-term financial strategy can catch up to even the wealthiest individuals. For high earners, the illusion of endless wealth can quickly fade if spending outpaces sustainability, and Mayweather's lifestyle is often cited as a prime example of that delicate balance.
Call AJ. My sister, she gonna call my pilot right now.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber?
Let me show you. AJ.
Hey, what's up?
So yesterday you guys flew over to Vegas to pick my daughter and mother up and my daughter and my grandson up, right?
That's correct, yep.
I got tickets for you guys to go to the Super Bowl tomorrow, but I got Dan, he's gonna go. So I need you to fly over there because you gotta pick a couple people up. You gotta pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, Chef. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey and go over to Vegas. So let me know what time you're gonna land so I can send him over there, and then Dan can get on the plane also. Okay?
Okay, so it'll be. I mean, we're sitting here wrapping up dinner now. I think we got an hour, about an hour to play. I'd say have him at the airport about 10:45.
Even commentator Joe Rogan has weighed in on the conversation, questioning the motive behind Mayweather's continued exhibition bouts. Rogan suggested that these fights may not be about legacy or love for the ring, but rather a financial necessity to support an ultra-luxurious lifestyle. The implication? That Mayweather's high-profile returns aren't purely by choice, but perhaps a reflection of financial pressure behind the scenes.
Especially was a very successful kickboxer, 4-time world champion. His belts are sitting right behind me right now. But the most he ever got paid for a fight, and he says it's openly, is 50 grand. By the time you pay your trainer and your manager 10% each, you got to eat, you got to train for 12 weeks. I mean, if you work out the hours you put in, you're making $15 an hour. Like, it's not amazing.
In what appears to be a strategic financial pivot, Mayweather reportedly acquired 6 buildings in a $42 million real estate deal. The move suggests a shift in focus, from flashy spending to long-term wealth building, possibly in response to ongoing criticism surrounding his lavish lifestyle. For many, it's seen as an attempt to solidify financial stability and reshape the narrative around his money management.
What's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing.
money.
Just like the, but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting. Floyd still trains even when he doesn't have a.
Floyd Mayweather's evolution from a thrilling in-ring performer to a brand-driven businessman has been hard to miss. Commentators like Joe Rogan have pointed out that Mayweather's current focus appears to lean more toward maximizing profits than contributing to the sport that made him a legend. This shift has drawn criticism from purists who feel that the essence of boxing is taking a backseat to business deals and brand optics.
It says the retired boxer has gone into contract to pay $402 million for a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio of more than 60 buildings. $402 million, Floyd got 60 buildings. The multifamily deal for properties concentrated in Upper Manhattan will be one of the city's biggest this year. A slice of the portfolio closed Wednesday. The remainder is expected to close in the fourth quarter or early 2025. That's dope. Floyd just spent $400 million and got 1,000 units and 6.
Adding to the controversy, Logan Paul has gone public with claims that Floyd Mayweather still owes him money from their high-profile exhibition match. Despite the massive revenue the event reportedly generated, Paul alleges he was never fully paid, raising further questions about the transparency and structure of Mayweather's financial dealings. The situation has fueled speculation that behind the scenes, all may not be as solid as it seems when it comes to Floyd's money empire.
Watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit. He's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but I want to show you. When I show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds, it's like $5 million. And so you hate him. Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter and he had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking, boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's crazy.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all...
Boxing icon Oscar De La Hoya has voiced concern over Floyd Mayweather's continued involvement in exhibition fights, suggesting that these appearances may be fueled more by financial pressures than passion for the sport. De La Hoya didn't mince words. He urged Mayweather to step away from exhibition boxing, warning that the longer he stays in the spotlight for spectacle over substance, the more his legacy could be at risk. He painted a picture of a champion clinging to past glory instead of exiting the stage with the dignity his career earned. According to De La Hoya, true greatness isn't just about what you achieve in the ring. It's also about knowing when it's time to walk away.
True or false, and why did Floyd Mayweather fully pay up Logan Paul for their fight?
I'm not God, but my spidey senses tell me nah.
I can guarantee me and Logan Paul, we can go out and make $100 million or more.
And so you think he didn't pay up just because he hasn't got the money?
I think he probably spent it on all the girls he pays to be around him.
Logan Paul reached out to us and said that he wanted to do another exhibition. Now, this is the same guy that said he didn't get paid. If he did get paid, he wouldn't be trying to get another payday.
He had the audacity to tell the media that I asked for a rematch. Let me just set the record straight. If I haven't been paid for the first one, why would I ask you for a second fight knowing I'm probably also not going to get paid the money that I was owed for my work? Second off, they asked us for a rematch.
Floyd is broke.
Bill Haney has accused Floyd Mayweather of deliberately steering clear of arranging fights that involve his son, Devin Haney. According to Haney, the avoidance isn't personal, it's financial. He believes Mayweather is prioritizing matchups that promise bigger paydays over those that would push the sport forward through elite competition. The implication: that profit is driving promotional strategy more than the pursuit of meaningful, high-stakes fights. This approach has sparked frustration among fans and insiders alike, many of whom argue that Devin Haney has earned the right to face top-tier talent like Gervonta Davis, but is being sidelined in favor of safer, more lucrative deals.
Once again, at 160, okay, 100 pounds, 160 pounds, call out Canelo and do the rematch, and that's it.
You think he's talking this trash because he wants a rematch? Do you think he actually wants
Absolutely.
You think he wants a rematch?
Look, another reason why he's crawled out of his rock. He needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely. Look, he's not fighting anymore, so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
You can.
I doubt he'll ever step into that ring. Floyd's a big freaking.
He called Canelo the easiest win of his career.
Yeah, because he was 21 years old.
Right.
Of course. If I fought freaking Ryan Garcia, who's 19 years old, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna beat him easy because of my experience.
So fight him in his prime, he goes down, you think?
Ah, easy.
What's your message to Floyd?
Floyd, stay under your rock, dude.
you think Canelo's gonna out-earn him eventually? You think he'll make
Oh, by
money
far,
than Floyd?
by far. Canelo's 28 years old,
Right.
and he's already made, what, $500 million?
Despite their rocky history, there are signs that Floyd Mayweather may be open to working with Bill Haney after all. Recent developments hint at Mayweather's willingness to explore potential fight negotiations involving Devin Haney, suggesting that, while tensions remain, mutual financial interest could be paving the way for collaboration. Whether it's a genuine step toward reconciliation or simply smart business, the shift signals that high-stakes matchups may still be on the table.
Say that because we're available now. So all that other shit. I'm wanting to see who gonna mention Tank other than us. Tank, where you at, Tank? Because now, guess what? We're free and you are. I mean, not free, literally, because, you know, they was talking 5% and they might think free means free. You know what I mean? So let's clear that up. Ain't no fight. We don't got no fight. So what's gonna happen? Tank.
At 140.
Yeah. Stop me from saying his name. Punch me in the mouth, because I'm gonna keep on saying Tank. Don't want to fight Devin. Period.
Logan Paul hasn't held back in his criticism of Floyd Mayweather, publicly labeling him a bragger and a liar when it comes to his financial image. In a bold statement, Paul challenged the persona Mayweather projects, one of limitless wealth and untouchable status, suggesting it may be more smoke and mirrors than truth. The accusation came in the wake of their exhibition bout, after Paul claimed he hadn't received full payment, casting serious doubt on the transparency of Floyd's financial dealings. Paul's remarks echo a growing sentiment within the boxing world, one that questions whether Mayweather's empire is as invincible as it appears, or if it's all just part of the show.
McGregor 2 rumors have started to circulate, and it's led some to ask, if he's made over $1 billion in his career, why is he still fighting at the age of 45? According to Logan Paul, it's because Floyd Money Mayweather is actually a liar who's more broke than your friend who's still trying to get you to invest in their NFT project.
Floyd Money Mayweather ain't got no money, dude.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is he broke? Yeah. Logan's not the only one to claim that Mayweather's actually broke. 50 Cent and Chael Sonnen, among others, have brought Floyd's financial habits into question over the years. And if we dig into Floyd's track record, they may be right. In 2018, sources reported that Floyd owed over $40 million in gambling debts. At one point, he also owed over $22 million to the IRS. Now he's being sued by Logan Paul for upwards of $10 million, and he's rumored to have more lawsuits coming his way after promoting scam cryptocurrencies. He's in an exclusive club of athletes who have crossed the $1 billion mark in their careers, but at the end of the day, no one cares about how much you made.
Mayweather often emphasizes his accomplishments, proudly claiming that no boxer in history has achieved what he has. While self-assurance is par for the course in combat sports, Mayweather's constant self-comparisons and boastful declarations have drawn backlash. What some see as confidence, others interpret as arrogance, with both fans and fellow fighters criticizing the way his message sometimes overshadows the sport itself.
I don't know how it went. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he was calling for me. He was calling for me everywhere, you know, saying, where's Bill, you know, putting up a missing thing that I was missing or something. Why would I be missing, Vlad? I got the best son in the world, the son that rose from the bottom from that one day at the principal's office all the way up to the top of the boxing where the world stopped to watch an event that he was in. I'm a proud dad, proud trainer, and proud manager. So I don't know what he was looking for.
Well, I mean, things got really heated. I mean, I watched the whole live this morning. You called Floyd a N-word. You cussed him out. You gotta hand it to Floyd for actually sitting there and taking all that, you know, verbal abuse from you. I was actually surprised. I probably would have hung up myself.
Look, I think it's safe to say now, I'm in a league of my own. I don't believe there's any boxer in history who's done what I've done. Now, I'm not bragging, just speaking facts. I've got nothing but respect for the legends who came before me. They paved the way, and I tip my hat to them.
Separated now. You know, I don't think
there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. Had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my